Hello, I'm gonna do some sound check. So I'm not making the same mistake again as I did last night. And if you're wondering what did I do last night, I may or may not have did an entire stream with my own voice being drowned out by my background music because I turned off my compressor. I was supposed to be using what it's called. I was supposed to be using a compressor filter for audio ducking, and then I proceeded to not only not use it. Turns out I was also using the wrong settings. I mean, I misconfigured, to be exact. And what I mean by misconfigured was that I didn't know that I'm not supposed to touch the output game option. Like there's a part where I'm supposed to like put in the number whether in positive or in negative, which means that I'm supposed to either boost my volume or lower my volume. And unfortunately my dumbass just put in a negative like maybe 6 decibels or something, and my background music ended up being low by default, even when I'm not speaking. And I thought that that's weird. If you know, it's gonna keep doing that even when I'm not speaking, like, might as well I just might as well just turn it off. But I do think that I turned it off initially and just lowered the volume on my background music because the audio ducking only works for me, as in for my mic, because it only selects, you can only select one source. So maybe I could select more than one, but at the time, again, I didn't do any testing. I didn't test like, oh, if I can use more than one compressor, then, you know, why don't I just try using 2 compressors with 2 different audio ducking source. Yeah, my brain has been running on autopilot for a while, so you cannot expect me to use my intelligence. Oops. Oh, wait. So hold on. Before we start our actual comm sample, I'm gonna have to fix this first. Yeah. So I'm very confused as to why this doesn't work. I do wonder. Or maybe I can just make a paper layer. Is it possible? New raster layer. No, I can't. The paper layer is for the entire canvas, so I cannot make more than one. Yeah, so if I do this and turn off, I don't know what's happening with this. Yeah, this is not through, this is normal. So why all of it turned blue, I am not. It can't be because of the overlay layer, right? Wait, really? Wait. No, that can't be. No, seriously. Never mind. Never mind. I figured it out. Alrighty. Then I can just pop this back to white for now. And then hide this layer. Then I'll make another background base. Okay. So now we're actually starting for the second comm. Right, so there's another thing that I noticed is that the sub-view window is not shown on the screen because, yeah, it's counted as a separate window. So to put it on the record, I guess I'm putting on a reference image from one of the fan art I did a long time ago. I don't remember when exactly, but yeah, anywhere between 2018 and 19, I guess. But this was a fan art of Iona or Iona, I believe Iona. Of Iona headshot portrait of him. So what I'm about to do is now question whether I should do one angle or the other. So the two angles I have found just as a reference is hold on, let me search for it. Okay, BRB. Right, so there's one I saw from a Clip Studio Paint's asset page. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. So one is kind of like this looking up pose, but the angle is also from above. There's also another one where the angle is from kind of like either the side or yeah, it's from the side angle. I guess the other variation would be kind of like from either lower right or lower left or upper. No, upper would be the same as the first pose. Yeah, so either lower left or lower right. I think my point was that either the character is looking up and we're looking from the 45-degree angle, or from maybe 60 or 70-degree, like nearly halfway to 90-degree. So that's my concern. So there's another reference I can use, because you know how it is. Google is riddled with these fucking AI pictures, and I'm not interested in using AI pictures, as like I said, they're not really accurate. Like, they just look good, but who the fuck knows if they're actually based on actual human anatomy. So I have two poses, like two ideas for this. I do wonder which angle look better, if they were facing right or left. For the second pose, I wouldn't make him look straight ahead. I would make him look upwards. because the character Iona is supposed to be kind of like this innocent, childlike dragon character. So he will have a more softer, not only softer feature but softer expression. So I want the pose to also reflect that. And because Iona is supposed to be a character that lives on cold climate, I figured that maybe making him looking at, you know, cherry blossoms or even just falling leaves, I figured that would work for him. So I guess we can do some test runs with this. So I'm gonna focus on the sketching. Wait, before that, I'm gonna make sure nothing is wrong. Oops, something is already going wrong. Hold on. Switch. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna actually draw this for real. So I'm gonna also go quiet for a bit. So I was supposed to start drawing already, but the second pose was, to me at least, looking a bit to the right. And I guess I want an actual 45-degree angle look instead of a 60-degree, because I can see the other face, you know, the other side of the face. And I guess I'm gonna try to see if there's another reference, but if there is not, we will have to make do. I mean, we might end up making the what was the meme the other day? Freerian, is it the name? Freerian. Yeah, that lower angle look that just looked a bit, you know, uncanny. I mean, it's not nice to say that it's uncanny. The person is just inexperienced with drawing the chin. But to be fair, I'm also shit at drawing from lower angle, so who am I to talk? I'm such a cunt sometimes. I'm sorry. I mean, I doubt like the artist for that artwork will actually see it, but if you do, I am sorry. I'm also very shit at drawing low angle. So this person is, I guess, a grown adult male, hence why the very sharp feature. But because the character we're drawing are young, very young boy, I don't know, it's like a 13-year-old boy, I believe. So we're gonna have to keep with the rounder feature. I don't know if I've mentioned the game's name or if I've forgotten, but the game is from Dragon Nest, in case I didn't mention it. It's a game that I have stopped playing a long time ago. Mainly because the game is mostly the gameplay loop for Dragon Nest now is mostly just farming that few high level dungeon, and it's not easily done. It cannot be done by solo, as far as I'm concerned. Now you have to have a team of at least 4 people. And if you're a grown-ass adult, it would be difficult to find time to get together and play anymore. At least not as easy as it was back in the day when you were still in school. So it's too low. Okay. I said that I wanted to make it a 45 degree instead of 60. That means that the chin had to be here. But yeah, the game is mostly just grinding that same few stages, which I am severely bored of. And when it comes to a game like this, right, this live service game, you know, you're bound to have a annoying subset of player base who are just insufferable in that kind of game. I guess it also doesn't help with the fact that you, other than the daily, I believe daily health potions that you were given, you have to pay money to buy more. I believe they do sell like free in-game health potions. Not free, I mean free as in free without, since you can buy it without real money, but I believe there's a huge cooldown between use. I'm not sure why they are punishing the player base so much, especially when your server has been small for years. It's not like back in the day where there were like thousands of daily players, if there were thousands. And now there's probably barely a few hundred. And the obnoxious player would like always, there's always drama in this kind of like live service play to win games. There's just always people who are like, oh, you're so poor, why are you playing this game? It's like, oh, isn't this an RPG game, you know? I mean, I personally don't care about the insults, but most of the fact that these people who like to insult others are usually the most useless. Like, they are the ones who love to die first. Like, generally, it's like they are allergic to the touch button. I don't know why. I mean, it's not limited to that game. Even games like a Genshin Impact are also quite obnoxious, because motherfuckers want to play DPS characters all the time. No one wants to dodge. They whine and complain that there's no timely heals. When you die, when your HP drains faster than I can heal you, because you just wouldn't get out of the boss's way. It's not my fault, you know, that you suck. Yeah, a lot of unfortunately, Dragoness falls under games like this. It's toxic and obnoxious. So annoying. The gameplay is fun, by the way, but the people, ugh. I need to think about the direction of the wind, if any. So my initial vision for this is actually kind of like a bit to the front. I don't know if that will work well though. So this is supposed to be kind of like a oh my god, I don't know what, I generally don't know what this is called, where they kind of tie the certain part of the hair at the front, at the side, and they usually have like this kind of rolls. I'm sounding very ignorant right now. But yeah, it's usually with this. Then the fur on his coat. That's the inner shirt. Boy oh boy, I was drawing with the AFK sign on the whole time again. This is such a bad habit to have, but it is mine. I think realistically I'll probably just cut out this part and move on to the actual drawing part, since it is still like a thumbnail sized drawing. You can already see that I'm fucking the ice. Fucking the ice up, I mean. Also, if I'm low on energy, my apologies, but I didn't have enough rest. I didn't have any good, good rest at all. So I'm in no condition to be energetic. Then I have to think about the lighting. I guess if this is supposed to be kind of like a broad daylight thing, I can just go with your usual like top-down lighting angle. I think the neck is a bit too low. I think it's a bad idea to use grown adult as a reference for a younger character. Oh yeah, and his bangs are also quite particular. Oh, it's supposed to be symmetrical. Oops. I think mine must have not been too symmetrical. Okay, so this is what the artwork would look like if it's from this angle. And then I'm gonna try another version. I guess I can just do it on the same layer. I don't know what was the last thing I said before I muted myself, but this reference, this model is either a girl or just adult female, so I'm gonna have to adjust it for the character. I don't remember what happened to him, by the way. The character that I'm supposed to draw, Iona. I don't remember if he's still alive and well or if he's gone. Because again, I quit playing Dragon Nest years ago. And I don't plan to go back to it. But for a game with like how do you say it? A game that's supposed to have kind of like a pretty unforgiving I don't know, lore style, I would say. That even the most important or biggest, strongest character can still just perish. It's quite weird that I don't know what the hell happened to this supposedly one of the weaker characters. That I've already mentioned a few times that this character is supposed to be young, but I don't know, young in Dragon Age, I guess, but in Human Age, he's still at least a few hundred years old. But he's also, at the same time, again, the weakest, the smallest. I don't know, I cannot remember what the hell happened to this guy, to this boy, to this child. And I don't even remember if there was any lore updates on the game itself. I guess it's just grinding in the higher level stages and dungeons. I think I'm gonna move on to another topic before I start complaining about games with delayed with like, you know, main story that's been like dragged on for so long. Genshin Impact. I guess this is not really a drama or a controversy, but people like to be angry at something for no reason. So I don't know if anyone's familiar with this, but there was a release of the newest quote-unquote chapter for a mascot horror game. And one of the content creator that I've watched for a long time, Markiplier, played it, and he was hangry, but he at the same time also had a very valid complaint that the game that's so far into the story still has this like convoluted puzzles and incessant chase scenes. And then coupled with the fact that the original writer who has left the dev team said that the game was supposed to end at that very chapter. That latest chapter was supposed to be the end of the game, but of course, because he left, it made room for the higher up to make the decision to drag out the game longer. And so, awful game with dragged out plots was born. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people already had criticisms for the game in previous chapter, but what Mark did was just, you know, realizing that this is a bit too repetitive for a game that's supposed to be close to the conclusion. I'm trying to find the equivalent for this kind of like strategy in story writing, but I cannot think of much other than kind of like when you watch anime or any like TV shows that has a habit of like making action scenes, right? But it's basically like episodes of like small trivial fight scenes, and then when it came to the climax, like near the season finale, there's still a lot of this ridiculous like small fight scenes with like a bunch of NPC instead of like focusing on like the standoff between your protagonist versus like the antagonist. Instead, like the protagonist is still doing a bunch of chores basically. And I believe that's how like Mark felt when he was playing through the 5th chapter, the latest chapter. And I guess I should also add that the controversy is more of like the opinions of a lot of people that don't play the game but they like the lore, which you're allowed to like the lore, definitely. But Markiplier is coming from the angle of having to play through the game for 5 hours. And I don't know. It's not. Games are supposed to be enjoyable, right? Even if it's, you know, horror game, even when you're getting scared, that's the fun part. But if the getting scared part is rarely there, and it's mostly just running around solving puzzles, constantly getting chased, it starts to feel very boring. Does it make sense? Like it's overdone. Like the puzzle and the chase aspect is way overdone. Although my dislike for the game is a lot different. Like, I believe people have already disliked the gameplay since the earlier chapter, but me personally, the head of the studio for the game are not good people. At least if like the YouTube videos. Yeah, sorry, I almost like lost the words. It left my brain for a second, but yeah, the YouTube videos that were documenting these people's behavior. Two people mainly. If it were true, then my feelings for not liking them or the game is, you know, valid. Okay, so for this pose, we are able to kind of like observing. We can observe this boy's expression a bit better compared to this one. Plus, while I can say easy. I was about to say that while it's not that difficult to translate the original style to my style, but while I can apply more realistic anatomy for this angle, it's still a bit awkward because I'm still not used to it. And this is supposed to be a commission sample, right? I need to show what I do best. So while I think it's a lot cooler to use the second pose, I'm afraid of like not being able to deliver the quality that I want, if that makes sense. And maybe with this pose, oh yeah, I'm supposed to look straight up, so yeah, I fucked up a bit there. I'm not supposed to make it look like it's shrinking at the bottom. I'm supposed to make it like straight, level, eye level. I'm not supposed to make it shrink as if like you're tilting downward a little. So I have to bring the face. Seriously, I really like to say the as the. So if I can just bring the face up a little. Yeah, so kind of like that. and I can also lower the ears a little so it's not too high up. Now for a while now, I do realize that when it comes to having opinions on things, even if my opinion of it is actually neutral, like maybe a little bit of dislike, but not like absolute disdain or hatred, I have a habit of intensifying what my true opinion actually is. So I always sound really negative, like I always sound so mean, because I guess instead of like a positive filter, I have like a negative filter for some reason. Sorry, I sipped on the straw a bit too loudly. Yeah, so I'm trying to, let's say, when speaking my opinion, I would try to, I guess, just say it how it is. Like, I try to form a more coherent thought, but instead of just, you know, staying true to what I think, I ended up making it sound a lot more negative. And I have to explain that no, I don't hate this thing, no, I don't dislike that thing, I'm actually neutral, but it's kind of difficult when you're used to shit talking, I guess. So now when you have an opinion that's not too strong, it still comes off as strong because of the kind of words that I use. I need to choose a nicer words instead of going like from 0 to 100 all the time. I think I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, so now back to my drawing. Instead of having an existential crisis, I think I want to show like the character having an expression of awe, right? Like he's actually surprised and excited. So I would have to kind of intensify the expression a little. Like widen the eye, but also like relax the brows. I mean, it's not exactly relaxed. Is it relaxed? Not really. I think you're still straining your muscle just to raise your brows. Yeah, so I guess I raise my brows a lot more. Kind of like I feel like I'm actually making him look like he's seen a ghost instead. Okay, I'm gonna fix the nose for a bit. Maybe when I zoom this in later, I can have a better time fixing it. Yeah, I think I also have the angle a little bit awkward. Like the eyes and the nose and lips are different. to drag the face a bit lower. By lower, I mean like elongate it. Oops, that's not elongating. And then make sure the mouth is correct. Can I also make the mouth a bit wider? Yeah, so I think I will have to fix it as I go. We're gonna be here for a while. I guess this, so this angle, I'm gonna not use it. I'm gonna put it in the fold. I'm gonna into the fold you go. And everything else, I'm gonna hide it. I don't think that, wait, redo, undo first and then check the actual model. I think my chin, oops, oh I was drawing on the reference, my bad. It's supposed to be this. Remember, round face, not too over. Round face, and then the neck, the inner shirt. I have to figure out what the accessories on his chest is supposed to connect to, because it would be weird to have like a hanging trinket. I mean, it's a cool design, but the younger me was not drawing in great detail. Let's just say that. I think at some point that I was pretty obsessed with drawing actual like realistic colors, but at the same time my skills with anatomy was very lacking. I believe like the hair, at least the hair, the fur on the coat here, I guess you'll get to see the fur later, but it's right here. The fur for the coat and the hair, I used to put in a lot of effort into rendering it. I believe like using a really thin brush and just layering a bunch of different colors one by one. But again, the anatomy was not great. Should have focused on learning that. And then the other shoulder, partially covered by the fur as well, but there is a seam, either a seam or kind of a stitch between like 3 different fabrics. I've been out of the fashion industry for a few years, so I'm starting to forget the terms. To be fair, I'm also not a fashionista, not good with like fashion design. Ironic, because I used to want to be a fashion designer when I was really young, but I never learned any of those like terms, fabrics, stitching methods, or sewing techniques. It's only when I was working at like kind of a costume fashion and costume company, where I was kind of plunged headfirst into the clothing design and clothing creation. Yeah, if it sounds like I'm speaking gibberish, it's probably clothes related. I think my problem right now is also that I'm trying too hard with making the eyeball fit the eye socket. I mean the iris fit the eye socket. It's supposed to be more of a what, 70-80% fit. I mean, I could just make the eyeball smaller. But what's fun about this kind of art is that at least in terms of like digital art, it's fun to be able to have like the eyes, or at least the iris, on different layer, so you don't have to worry about constantly drawing and erasing the incorrect placement of the eye. But I would like, if possible, to stop erasing so much. Like if I'm trying to decide like the eye direction, I can do it right in one go. Yeah, like if I just put this little indicator and then I can just draw it right the first time, that would be great. But usually I still fucked up somehow. I would still fuck up the shape of the iris. I need to make sure the eye is not too inward. No, it's 45, not even 45, I guess like 15 degrees. Still need to be careful. Man, speaking, you know, of game characters, chapters, and the like, I realize I haven't been playing games for a while now. At least like not the usual PC games that I play, like Fallout New Vegas, Monster Hunter World. I haven't even touched Don't Starve or Don't Starve Together for a while now. Stardew Valley. Did I mention Remnant already? If I haven't, that too. Like, that's the only Souls-like game I play anyway. Oh yeah, the brow should not be frowning. Should angle it up a little. Yeah, I think I haven't played it as much because I'm trying to get used to spend like 5 to 6 hours. And man, when you have a lot of things to do, even an hour feels like I'm wasting too much time. Generally, I still play games, but it's mostly like AFK-able games that I can just leave it running in the background while I do other stuff. You know, when I get a lot more efficient with drawing, man, it will be nice to be able to play some games again. Oh yeah, speaking also of games, there's also apparently at least 2, right? Basically Genshin Impact inspired game. These 2 games are, I believe, kind of more of a modern. It takes a modern setting, sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi, I believe. Heavy on the sci-fi part, but it's still not released to this day. I believe I first saw the advertisements for both of them like a few weeks apart, either a few weeks or a few months, I forgot, but within the same year. And it's still not released yet. Like for one of them, I saw the tweet for the game's roadmap, but honestly, again, if it's a, you know, it's a guarantee to be live service game, but Jesus Christ, calm down on the character marketing, please. If you're I don't know, monetization method is heavily reliant on the characters, there will also be no such thing as a balance in terms of like power for these kind of characters. If you're aware of like terms like meta DPS, meta characters, God, I think I'm just gonna go back to playing Fallout New Vegas again. I don't know if I should bother trying these new games, that I'm afraid of being disappointed again. It's one thing to want to cater to your biggest player base, aka the Gunners, but when you realize so much on it that your entire meta DPS lineup also consists of all of these like Gunner characters, it makes me feel some type of way, you know. Like all the characters I pull are non-meta. And it's obvious, like games like Genshin Impact love to push for you to pull their new character every single time by making the events dependent on whether or not you have this new character to pass. So all the effort to design them, give them personality and whatnot is kind of useless if you're just gonna cater to the Gunners at the end of the day. The anatomy be damned, as long as you have the jugs that can block out the sun, and you know, the thighs, the ass, even, yeah, I'm gonna circle back. This is gonna be a full circle moment. Even the main quest that has been dragged for a longest time. I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna move this sketch to above the colors, if I could. But yeah, I think for these 2 games, the name, one of them is called Ananta, and the other is called neverness to everness, I believe. Like, wow, you're so quirky. This is me not filtering my opinions to be negative. This is my actual negative opinion on this sort of games. I hope, you know, they don't disappoint me the same way that Genshin Impact has. And I don't know how believable this is, but I didn't play the game because it has gacha or like collectible characters. I played the game because I saw it as like an option to pre-register on Google Play Store, and from the initial screenshots on the App Store, there's really no indication about character collecting or gacha at all. It's just been rumored to be like a rip-off of like Nintendo Switch's Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild one. Like, that's all I've heard about Genshin Impact back in the day. And I don't know, I guess I was just too happy about the idea of another action RPG game that could stand next to older RPG games like this Dragoness one. Man, it's worse than Dragoness. As awful as it is to have to buy potions with real money, it's still not as bad as Genshin Impact, in my opinion. Oh yeah. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say "oh yeah" this evening, but I'm just gonna keep saying it. But just to be clear, this is purely my opinion on games and the state of games and what's coming of the future games. Because I'm more of a lore attached player instead of like gameplay attached player. Like, your gameplay can be shit or buggy as hell to the point that it crashes every 15 minutes, just like Fallout New Vegas without mods, but I still defend the game to my death, just because of how good the story is. So when, like in Dragoness case, when there's genuinely no story for me to follow along anymore, I kind of lost like the majority of interest. Or with Genshin Impact again, I don't know when was the last update for their main quest. They're dragging out the story for so long. Yeah, this is what impacts my opinion on game. Gameplay or graphics, not so much. I know there are people who usually like to skip every dialogue and every cutscene in a game. I cannot be I cannot play a game like that. I'm sorry. If you can, more power to you, but I cannot. I usually want to at least be interested in a character or a story. So yeah. You're more than welcome to not take my opinion on games too seriously. Oh, it's almost 10 p.m. and I barely started the lineup process. I think I shouldn't put too many effort on outlining first, because I didn't do that with my first commission sample, and there's really no particular reason other than it would be difficult for me to focus if there's like already a bunch of like hard dark lines. It fucks with my brain basically. I mean, fucks with me because I don't have the patience. People usually, other artists tend to say like, oh, trust the process, because they are a lot patient. Like they know it would look different from when they first put down the base color, but I know, but I want it to be different right away. So I just avoid putting outlines. Okay, lighting from above. So now for the coloring process, I think it's pretty straightforward. I focus on where the most of the light would hit the face and where there might be darker, where might be the parts where the sunlight won't hit. I'm not gonna rephrase it, you understand that. This part will be blocked a lot by the hair, so I think it's fine to keep it within the darker shade. Then for the ambient shading, ambient lighting, sorry. In ambient lighting, I would say it's dark, but it's not that of a dull color. Change the sketch layers color. Okay, make it dark blue. Is it possible? Not much changed. Okay, I mean it make him look a bit dirty, but I guess it's fine. Like muddy. That's the word I'm looking for. Muddy. Alright, so the hardest part for me personally with rendering is usually this part, the nose, and just the part just below, like the nose. Like the rendering can get quite tricky because for like the nose hole itself, like sure you have to pick pretty dark colors, either very dark gray, or if you're feeling bold you can go black, but I would not advise it because it's usually very dark brown or reddish brown, because you know the inside of our nose, it's not exactly pitch black. I mean the color would be dull like this one that I'm picking, but don't pick pitch black. So the other hard part is that after usually the nose, the lower part of the nose, there's also this that tend to be a bit lighter than the part here, but not too light. And this is just from very basic lighting, that if you have a character with a lighting that hits just slightly above the head, this would be the most straightforward lighting for your nose, but it's still quite tricky for me. There's a part that where it would be the lightest, right, but it would go straight back to darker colors similar to your nose hole. And it's usually because of the way your nose sits on your face and how it connects to your mid face. I believe it's called mid face. It's the part between your nose and your lips. So yeah, this will gradually become lighter, but again, judging from the lighting, which you have to keep like double checking from time to time, is that since since the lighting is like this, that part of the nose can be pretty straightforward. There shouldn't be a long cast of the shadow, it should be a short one. At least for like the very dark shade, and then you can do a lighter, very light on like the lower part, the one that's, I don't know how else to explain it without complicating it. Jesus, my brain is genuinely lagging tonight. Also make sure you have enough sleep, otherwise you end up like me. Okay, back to the nose again. So yeah, so the part where I would fuck up the most usually is around the mid face, right? Around the mid face and the side of the nose here, and sometimes the part between the lower part of your nose and your mid face. Like it looks jarring to me to add like deeper, darker color, and then suddenly it's just like shadow, but I think that's supposed to be how it is. If you look at real pictures with similar lighting, they all look like that. But we are so normalized with looking at pictures, we wouldn't question it. But with my own drawings, I'm not used to it, so it looks weird to me. See, like it randomly look like very dark. No, I think this is just an actual mistake. Sorry. This is an actual mistake. This is a bad example. My first comm sample would be a better example than this. So yeah, let me just fix it quickly before I talk out of my ass again. Oops, I press C instead of X. Now I can color pick from the part of the nose to apply like other parts of the face that is most likely to be hidden away from the light. Like it's much harder for the light to reach. And then the lower part of the eye, I guess the eye bag. I think it doesn't have to be this visible because you are not trying to make him like laugh or smile, and by you I mean myself. I don't have to make it too visible, just very faint colors. Then I can fix the colors again later, so I don't get too hung up with one part of the face. And for the nose, I'm gonna make sure. Someone keep honking their car outside. Jesus, can you shut up? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm very reactive to outside noise because everyone thinks that they own the housing complex. So annoying. Right. I'm gonna try to ignore that noise and continue. Also the lips, since our lips usually kinda, I don't know how else to say it other than jut out a little by default. Most of our lips tend to jut out. Usually there's also like a very small but very dark shade right under the lower lip, but you can eliminate this part of the mouth. Make sure that only a small part is has deep colors. But like it fully depends on the type of lips you're drawing. You could also make it like a bit longer to the side, but not to the lower part, not towards the chin. Oops. Oh, I tend to press Control while pressing other keys, so I'm trying to press the R key, but I accidentally press the T key instead. Yeah, sorry, I keep flipping the canvas because I'm also trying to look at the lips. Also, yeah, it seems to be a difficult concept for my brain sometimes when it comes to lips, is that when you open your mouth, the upper lip barely moves upwards. Like only very deliberate and exaggerated expressions will cause your upper lip to move upwards, but most of the time when you're trying to speak, when you're trying to like even make a surprised expression, you tend to be moving more on your the lower part of your face. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a second. Alright, we're gonna continue. Oh, oops. Okay, now we're gonna continue for real. So next is I guess the eyes, the eyelids, I mean. For the mouth and the lips, I have to be careful not to make the color too vibrant, because our lips naturally don't have a strong bright color. But hilariously, historically also, I have a habit of drawing everyone with pink lips or like reddish lips. Doesn't matter if they are like male or female characters. And the fact that, you know, they don't have makeup on, but they have this like bright red or bright pink lips. You need to be careful with this. Oops, I keep forgetting that since we are not making drawing with a straight angle, when I flip the canvas it will also look a bit funky. Okay, now use this one, airbrush, to kind of build on the soft colors, because I don't want to make his lips a bit too dark, but also not too bright. I think I've seen like very cool like coloring techniques for lips, and they tend to like incorporate like the skin colors into the lips itself. Ooh, I remember usually it's on dark skinned characters, like darker skinned people. It's really cool actually, because yeah, they're lips are usually a lot darker as well, so I think that's a very very smart way and realistic way of incorporating colors. No, usually when I think about like drawing different skin colors or hair types, I've always wanted to draw like people with very curly hair and very melanated skin, let's say. But at the same time, I'm also afraid of butchering their hair, because I don't know about you, but to me, like, a lot of afros are very nice. They're very cool to look at, but yeah, I've heard that there are major pain in the ass to take care of. Even just trying to braid them apparently would take hours, and it kind of has the same like difficulty when drawing that kind of hair hair type. But yeah, I will make sure I take the time to explore like a bunch of different hair colors, hair types, skin colors, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna take step by step. Oh yeah, and for the lips, if the lighting is still mostly from above the head, when it comes to the lips, you should also make sure that like this part is a lot darker. Same with like the lower part here of the lower lid to be darker, but not this dark. But this again, unless I'm talking out of my ass, but it's usually also dependent on the shape of the lip itself, because from the profile view, usually you can see like the difference between like different lip types. Like the one that I like to draw is usually kind of like this. It's kind of like half diamond. So when the light hits this part, it's usually only like around this part as well that's hit by the light. So if the lip shape, at least on the lower lip, is supposed to be like this, usually you shouldn't be too worried about where the light hits. I believe at least this part is dark, and then this part, yeah, same with this. This one is usually very limited. Yeah, so basically, because it's also blocked by this, which means this one is this part is very small, the one that's like blocked by the upper lid, and then this one should be lighter, and then the curve here should be darker again, if it makes sense. I hope I'm making sense, because if I've been repeating this and that, but nothing can be understood, then I cannot help. But yeah, highly dependent on your lip shape. So again, make sure you're not too dark of a color. And usually around the lips there's a possibility of like for the part all around the lips to be very light. I don't know what this part of the lips are called, but I usually notice even with like my own pictures, this part usually tend to be lighter if light can hit it. If not, you can go back to making it a bit darker, but still lighter than this part of the lip. I'm sorry, I'm explaining without like the actual term, because I'm so used to just drawing it instead of explaining it. I'm a very bad teacher if it's not obvious. Now this part I believe is a bit too obvious. Like there should be a bit of a kind of like fading effect. And what I mean by fading effect, I'm gonna show you quickly in a second. It's kind of like this part. Having more of a gradient. So there's not a like huge contrast instead, because it would look very jarring for me, as I've explained when I see like noses. So this is the part that would be blocked by hair, I would guess. Yep, maybe except this part. Oh no, it's still gonna be darker because of the lighting direction. Then this part will be lighter. Yeah, only this part I believe, because it's near the brow as well. Usually the part near the brow is a bit raised. So instead of making it flat, you should make it lighter. If you want, you can also highlight it. Highlight like this, the skin part. Don't just highlight the brow, but also the skin. To highlight the fact that the brow bone is visible. You have a very defined brow. Again, I don't know the technical term for it. And then for the nose, which is the biggest challenge as well for me. Again, I think I just have difficulty with nose. People have difficulty with hands, with fingers. Of mine was will always be nose. I think I'm gonna have to add a bit of darker color near the cheek, the edge of the cheek. Then for further shading, we're gonna fix it later. For now, we have to move on. 10:20 p.m. I swear I'm a lot faster when I was recording off stream. No, I don't think so. I believe like the total recording hours were only 6 hours in total, but I paused the recording a lot because I would randomly just, you know, step away from my desk and then find something to eat, go to the bathroom, bother my cat, you know, all normal people stuff. I think also with the eyes, again, the lighting is like around here. I believe it will hit the eye right here, and because our eyeballs are round, you know, we should not be making the colors or the shadows too flat. Should make it like actually circular, actually round. And that would also impact our iris later. Irises. This is the inner eye. What's this called again? I have not memorized the name. I only memorized like sclera, iris, pupil, you know, eyelid, but this inner part of the eye I do not remember. Hold on, let me take a breather. Hey, okay. So again, I would like to separate the irises. Hold on, I'm gonna color pick from the original art, add it to the color palette. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I'm back to the iris. So because I only took the lighter colors, I'm gonna add this one first, fill it in, and then the other one as well, fill it in. Now we're gonna have to match it to the sclera. I think the easiest part is that. Then for the light, I believe the light will fall here. Then the reflection, the reflected light would be pretty much on the lower part of the eye. I've also seen other artists' way of like coloring eyes, and oops, sorry, they're usually pretty dynamic. I would say dynamic as in they would pick colors from different hues So it's not just like the good old light blue, lighter blue, darker blue. Like they were also like mixed in, for example, like turquoise or cyan, because our eyes in real life are also like that. Our irises, they are not like bound with just one color. So usually I like to paint over this. Like, so you can already feel like it's not as dull as before. I mean, it's not even dull, I guess. I would say that generally it's more basic. I would say that. And don't worry, it's not like I'm like suddenly an expert with rendering eyes. I'm used to using that kind of like basic rendering technique. So yeah, don't worry about it. You're more than welcome to using only one type of hue. You can use many. It is up to you. Even at my skill level, I'm pretty sure I'm still intermediate at best. Like I have no, I do not have the desire to be like being overly critical at others people's art technique, because my technique is also quite unconventional sometimes. Like a lot of pro artists would say like, oh, this is bad, do not do this, and I agree, do not do that. I am pretty sure like even with my time-lapse videos, I have a lot of like very bad habits displayed within them, and I've been trying for a while now to fix it, to like unlearn it. And while I am very shitty at teaching others, I would still like to use like my live streams, my platforms in general, to kind of share all the tips and tricks that I've learned from other artists. But not just any tips and tricks. I would still want to focus on the ones that made the most sense. If you get what I'm saying. I want tutorials. I want tips that actually helps you with your own art and your own like style of drawing, instead of telling you like, no, you have to do this so your art can be good. Like, nah, I'm not interested in that. I've also like shared with one of my new artist friend that if you ever wanna make like a big illustration or like just like a big artwork in general, but you're confused about the color scheme, like, I mean, he was confused about the color schemes. I don't want to act like I'm the one giving all the ideas. He was confused about it. I mean that if you were uncertain about certain parts of your artwork, whether it's color, posing, composition, or even lighting, I've seen like a very experienced and professional artist like Scott Sava. I personally like watching him paint, but he has this like pretty cool idea of drawing like thumbnail sized art first, kind of like have a feel of how it would look, you know, if it was drawn, as if it was drawn in its actual size. but it's kind of like an experimental technique. So I happened to saw that from Scott Salva, so I shared it with my artist friends. I hope that it would at least be useful for him. Especially if you're a traditional artist, that kind of technique is very useful in saving paper and paint, you know, so you don't end up wasting a lot of them because you keep trying and being dissatisfied. I mean, just because you're a digital artist doesn't mean you cannot try it. You can still save a lot of time. So yeah, that's the one fun thing I learned from Scott. If you wanna try it, you should go ahead and try it. I think it will make sense for him to have his pupil a bit dilated, right? I mean, I can make it normal size, but I want him to actually be excited. Because for this character's lore, he was supposed to be kind of like one of those characters that lives in cold climates. I think he's supposed to be like the ice dragon. So I want him to have this like feeling of discovery, the excitement at discovering something new for the first time. I think I want to make the upper lid a bit different from what I initially thought. Yeah, and then for the nose and lips, I can define it. I can refine it. Make the colors a bit better. Not just the colors, but also the shades. And now onto the brow. I'm gonna use the outline layer. Alright, so I'm not sure why the brows I drew on my original artwork are brown, but I guess we can go with that. Wait, I'm gonna use this brush. Seriously, the first few strokes and I'm already drawing it at the wrong angle. It's supposed to be like this. I want it to be actual surprise. No. I wonder if the base is a bit too dark. I guess I can lighten it. Oh, right, but Oops, my bad. But it's gonna be covered by his hair. I think I'm gonna leave it here for now, so I don't end up doing twice the work. I'm gonna wait until I color in the eyes first. Now I'm gonna paint the neck. Also still make sure the edges of his face is a bit darker, because we are trying to create a bit more depth. Sorry, forgot the P there. A bit more depth. Then I guess we can focus on the hair first. Then we can start filling in the clothes. Then for hair, for his hair, I'm gonna put it above the sketch layer because I want it to not be I don't want the sketch layer to be in the way. Okay, a darker shade. Oh god, why is it that color? Younger me has a very interesting way of picking colors. Right, so now let's just not hyper focus on this, on my decision to pick this. Let's focus on getting the hair right. I think I'm gonna put it above the outlines layer as well. This is gonna be his bangs, longer bangs, and then the side hair. Then the back of his hair. Oh, I think I can do that later, after I fill in his clothes. Sorry, I'm leaving out a few of the consonant sounds. The sleep deprivation is not helping me at all tonight. Like the constant mispronouncing and the absence of some of the consonants is not helping me. It's not doing so good. I'm not doing so good. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up. Okay, so there's headbands for the side of his hair. Not headbands, hairbands. This is why I said I should just shut the fuck up, because I cannot speak to save my life. Should I make a new layer for this? Or should I just brace myself and paint them all under one layer? I'm gonna try painting under one layer first. If I keep fucking up, I'm gonna, add another layer. Okay. That lighter color. Fill this one quickly. I think realistically it wouldn't be swept up by the wind like this. I think obviously it's light, so it would still move, but maybe not at this level. Let's lower it a little. So later I'm gonna fix the shading on it. Then I suppose now I have to focus on shading this first. I just remember that there's a kind of like a tie string tied around the, I guess, hair wrap. At this point I don't know what the name is. I'm just gonna make new terms for myself as I go. But there are parts of the string. Ooh, I'm confusing myself again. Oops. Oh, because I don't know how it looks from the side. Oh no. The old drawing was from a front view, so I don't know how the strings look from the side. I can only guess. It looks like a kind of like specific, not a specific like kind of way of tying, so it would always look like X's, like an X and then another X and then the end of the tie. Uh-oh. I don't know what the hell my younger self was doing, but yeah, let's just improv this, shall we? Gonna put down the color palette first. This is the light color, and then that one is the darker. This one is for the strings. Then what? That's weird. The colors are very vibrant compared to his hair color. So it's gonna take the focus away from his face. I guess we're just gonna have to YOLO this. Oops. Oh, how do I want to do this now? I think we're gonna make sure at least most of these are the darker colors, and then I'm gonna take this strings darker color and make it this, basically outlining them. So I guess this is what makes more sense. More sense for me because I'll have less time trying to. Oops, I drew it on the color palette. Less time to later fix it. I guess I can just leave it as another layer then. Yeah, so the thing with painting on one layer is that you have to take the time to be careful, which is what digital artists usually cannot comprehend. At least I cannot comprehend, because I'm so used to like the who knows how many layers. I believe I used to draw with like at least 1 or 2 dozen layers, and that's just for portraits. So I'm just gonna quickly paint this. I think it's fine if I make it a bit messy because I usually come back to fix. No, I wouldn't say fix, I guess like giving it touch up. So not making it perfectly good the first time is normal. And also remember the lighting. Later I'm gonna have to clean it up, but for now I think that's fine. I don't know why I have to keep convincing myself that it's okay to leave things halfway. That my brain just cannot accept that. It takes time. The shape is not that big. Am I even correct? I'm not sure if I'm even correct with the shape, but I'm gonna make it a bit thinner. I'm not exactly making it thinner, more like I realized I made the X a bit too symmetrical. Yeah, it's still a bit, it's too symmetrical. Oops. I'm trying to elongate this. Just pull it a bit longer. I think I'm just gonna redraw it. I guess I can liquefy it. Oops. I'm really shitty with the liquefy tool. I wonder if I can add the shadow later on a separate layer. So, then I'm gonna fix this part of the hair first before I merge the layer. I like how my original artwork is a lot tidier than this one. This one is just, I mean, this is like the level of tidiness I would usually have in real life with like my hair as well, and with accessorizing. So this is not too far off, you know. Very close resemblance to my real life. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end up drawing a separate layer for this. Like, I mean, I'm gonna redraw it again. And jeez, my chair is making a lot of noises. I hate it. I'm gonna check my old drawing again, see how I drew this. Yeah, it's pretty long actually. Okay, no one make a joke about that's what she said. Okay, this is not about that. I mean, who the fuck says that dicks are long anyway? Let's separate it to how many parts? It should be 1, 2, 3. I think there's too many parts. Too uneven, sorry. Too uneven and too many. This is like the top, the first X, the second X. Yep. Should lower this a bit more. Did I get it right, or maybe I got it wrong? Let's see. Then this part. Oh, wait. I think I got the shadow right, but maybe a bit too big. So it looked like the string that are hanging off instead of clinging on to the hair wrap or hairband. It's only slightly visible. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the right track here. Okay, so my cat is sitting nearby and staring at me, which means only one thing. He wants me to accompany him for his meal. Yeah, the newer one looks way better. So I'm gonna paste. Let's make this the old version. Yeah, I'm just gonna... No, it's already 11:10 anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna give myself 5 more minutes to draw this part. Oh yeah. This is gonna be the last. Oh yeah, but well, I do want to continue this on stream. So for the sake of saving time, I think I'll also do this while offline as well, because this is supposed to be a comm sample, and I want to open my commissions ASAP because I spent way too much time failing the first example. A great display of my skills, or like that, or like thereof. Jesus, I'm also having more and more difficulty with speaking as well. But so far, I think that the general idea for this artwork is pretty clear. And that's one thing I don't need to worry about. Just make sure that I don't fuck up literally everything else, and I should be fine. Oops, wrong layer. It's supposed to be this one. I think I got it right. Okay. Make sure I don't fill the darker color a bit too big. Because the strings are supposed to sit on top of the fabric itself, not hanging off of it. So I need to be careful with how I paint the shadows. Oops. I think I may have made it a bit too big. I think, oh yeah, I've taken more than 5 minutes, but it's okay. Progress takes time. And I wanna fix it before I forget, because I tend to forget if I leave like an artwork and then come back to it. Like there's usually like a specific edits I wanna do, but because it's not that consequential of an edit most of the time, I tend to forget. But if it's a like obvious ones, like a very big mistake, yeah, I would still remember it. This kind of like edits I tend to forget, so I don't want to leave it for next time. I want to try to get it all done immediately. But I think, yeah, so far I've honestly, I think I would I think I'm making good progress, as in like I'm not gonna restart my entire drawing for this. I'm gonna fix a bit more stuff and then I'm gonna end the stream. Oops, forgot to change the color. I think I should use blend. I'm gonna fix the nose again another day, but if I could leave pointer for myself, I'm gonna use the outlines layer and then pick the color, make sure that, oops, I forgot I locked the alpha. So I'm gonna make sure that I leave this. Oops. Because he is looking straight towards the camera, so the nose shouldn't be pointing that up. They shouldn't be tilted too up, otherwise it will look disconnected from the rest of the face. And then I make sure that I have sides here in the correct shape. Then make sure that the lips have a proper shape and is facing the right angle instead of you know, being all over the place. Yeah, that should be it. Yep. I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna put the sketches above. I have to stretch my body first. It's a good thing that I actually stopping, because I can feel my left eye being feeling like really heavy. I mean, the worst thing that could happen to me was just to have a you know, have a bit of a dizziness. Nothing too serious. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. Again, I believe I've made a good progress, and I'm gonna continue off stream maybe, or next time on Wednesday, same time, 8:30 p.m. My time, by the way, Indonesian time, 8:30. Hopefully by that time my friend will be able to join me again. I think I believe she said that she would stream tomorrow evening, but she may not be able to, but just to be safe. Nothing wrong with checking in on her channel tomorrow. If she streams, I'll probably just make a community post sharing her stream. But other than that, myself will be back to streaming on Wednesday. So thank you again to the people who have stopped by and were watching, whether for a bit or until the end, but appreciate it. Thank you once again, and goodbye.